So how do we make this relationship work with our law firms? One of the things that I feel pretty strongly about is that I think the law department should pay for the software. I don't think we should pass that cost on to our firms. We ask the firms to do a lot, and we're reaping most of the benefit. Let's face it. I realize that. So, in my opinion, that cost passed on to law firms is kind of ridiculous. And I talk to our law firms all the time, and I've heard that you're paying a lot of money for that service, and we're paying a lot for it, and you don't have to. And I think that that's a more collaborative approach to e-billing. I feel like that we've gotten our return on that decision. So the other thing that I do is I try to keep the standard formatting for the bills. So the more we deviate from that lead standard, the harder it is for our law firms to submit a bill. So I try to keep in line with what other law departments are doing. I'm involved with watching what that leads oversight committee is looking at. We don't require things like activity codes because I know that the A codes, in my opinion, don't really add much value to our data collection efforts. So we try to stay in the middle of the road on that. We also try to keep our processes uniform. So when we hire you to work on our matter, we collect some regular information that we know if we don't have it correct at the beginning of our relationship, it's going to cause a lot of problems in the end. So we want to make sure, for example, that we have your bank details because we want to pay you via ACH. We also like to have that relationship manager listed because if you are a law firm of 500 lawyers and I have an issue that really needs someone's attention at the partner level, I don't know who to call. And your law firm, your large law firm, may be working on all different matters. It could be an SEC matter, it could be a patent matter, etc. Sometimes I just need to talk to one person. So this is really, really helpful. And then in return, we always give you the same information, or I'm going to say we try to. I do my best, but you need the matter number and you need the details about alternative fee arrangements that have been arranged. And then my last point I think is pretty important. One version of the billing guidelines, that was a lesson learned for me. I found that IP was creating their own set of guidelines, and the commercial group had their own. I had one for litigation. I had one that I thought was general. So what I did was take all of those billing guidelines, pick them apart, and I compiled one big billing guideline. It's a PDF. It's a click-through document. I know the questions that I've been asked over the last 5 years. You need to know about our task and expense codes, and you need to know about billing deadlines and some of the things that, when our lawyer talks to your partner, of course they're not discussing those things, but if we don't have any discussion about this, a lot of time ends up getting wasted.